Hello, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, I'm working on a 5x7 double page spread for my Autumn 23 mini album, and I titled this page Culture Week. I'm using the digital version of the collection Welcome Autumn by Carta Bella and lots of stamps and dies. So I'm starting with a background pattern paper that I will put across basically the two pages, but I already separated the two parts rather than having one big piece. So because I think it's easier with the way that this album is set up. I also made sure that for this shorter piece, I ran a kind of like a torn edge die along one of the edges there, and I really like the way it turned out. And then I am ready after this to add the other layers that need to go on this page. But as you see, I was a little bit struggling with lining up the two pages there. So lining up the pattern paper with the other pattern paper without actually moving the pages too much, because when I add the binding between these two pages, it is important that the patterns will align. So then I'm ready to add various layers and various papers to these to the page, and I'm doing the bulk of it on the left side there with these top to bottom strips of paper that are kind of thinner, and I'm trying to line things up, and I'm also referencing the layout that I have already created in Silhouette Studio, which is what I use to create my pages, because it helps me with the printing of everything, and then obviously getting everything ready for my page. Everything is printed in exactly the size that I need. Then I have the photo, and so this is where the main parts of this side are basically finished, except for a few more embellishments that I will add. But I'm also dabbing down the papers and stuff, because you see that I have run a card around the edges of each of the papers, so they do pop off my page a little, and I don't want to just press them back down. With the binding, there will be a little bit of a gusset between the the pages, so it'll work just fine. And I don't want to change all. I don't want to just make the page flat again. Now I'm ready with the other side there to add another strip, and then I can. There's two strips basically, and then I can add two more photos that I have ready for that side to basically continue the layout and the pattern there. And these are the two smaller photos that kind of go with the other photo there. And then I have this little piece of paper that I want to use to create a smaller cluster at the bottom of the page right there. So I'm using some of the elements that come with this collection, but I also created some of my own elements, like this globe. Then I created this little round stamp there, and I used one of my dies to die cut this little plane that you can see. I still have it on the side there, but I like to use cork for some of my elements there, and I love it every time I do it. And so here I am just creating that cluster so that I can add this little plane there. So this piece is a bit of cork that I think just makes a lovely additional element on my page. Then I'm ready to start writing my my title, but I decided to put it down toward the bottom, and these are the things that I may have kind of planned or not planned in my silhouette layout. I don't create the entire page with every bit and piece, but just I have a general idea of where I want things to be. And so sometimes I change things around, because I realize that in real life it does look better, especially because that cluster, and I didn't want the title to compete too much with that cluster there at the top that has the airplane. And you see that I'm starting to glue down the title from the right, because that's where the edge of the page is, and I want to make sure that the letters work right. Like the spacing and the placing of the letters is right with where the page ends. So I decide to always go from the edge inward to the page, and that makes it much easier. And then I have this other piece that is a stamped subtitle, or it's still part of the title, and I just fussy cut that. And so that also is added there. And I think this is pretty much my page done. I will add some word strips later on, but I'm leaving you now with some more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.